Game plan, both running and passing there. You're right, they're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of ball left to be played.
After the run by Jones, here's yardage to 40. Yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a drive works, the thing good, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Not better than the first.
I do experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? You're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have throw all the time. But you still have to
Inside the 35. It's a conversion to 20. Nice play.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk. Fun, but he got his football. This is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, fantastic players.
Plays like we just saw. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
It starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build the game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. I thought they're setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Back-to-back run plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on third? And that's going to be good for another first down. The tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Boy, a nice there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. It's down to the 18. That's a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regret he didn't touch that? You know, he should have that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Early downs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that you're going to, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this, is to be priority one.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Take into the end zone. Now, give a flag to. So let's see about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to tell that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. Got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dive.
10-0. This offense so long. Hands are complete. They get only 4. That leads us to a 4th down.
Would have meant that there was an incompletion, they would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they picked him off to each defender. And a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fires one by Dante Fowler. And a big over there as his guys will get the football back. You can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Even more frustrated. He's gathering himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A 3-yard loss to start. Try a look to make that up, and then some. 25-yard line.
The screen was completed, but we're worried on the play. How many times is a quarterback going to get it? Because offensive linemen have to making blocks. But you got to slow them down a little. That's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about moments in this game. But plays like this are critical. Keep going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to 35 now as they come up on first and Ryan. He's got a first meal. He's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way to this 19 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes open. Open guy for a nice pickup.
And they run through the contact. Brings up second down. Julio Jones once again the intended target at second down. And he lost. He was under duress, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock free,
and he to get this one down to about the 40. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davis.
That's a nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a ball. Eliminate the line of scrimmage.
It's a down on a gain of 10. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, but just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Easy.
After a gain of 5. Now after the running, it's a 2. Working with second and 5 now. Close to a first, the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here, first and 10. Out of the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that gets second and 4. Working with a second and 4. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something to get this running going.
Third battle, Atlanta's defense, solid coverage.
It was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed all the passing lanes, forcing the incomplete and bringing up fourth down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll go. And it is incomplete. The Bucs try safety. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in. And if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just end up they're great about what they got. On first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass did it. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But now it'll be third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incomplete second down. Open in is Gordon. And he's going to get to the not enough for the first down. Third to this first down.
And that was a lot of right there because that was the within the game. Third and short. Blitz was on. Quarterback. Get out of your hands in a hurry. And it's a quick little complete. Got the touchdown.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really get right away where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he right away that he would get to his primary guy. I think he as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So from Buccaneer territory now, first and 10 at the 46. The 40-yard line. Just on the first carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, it's hard to vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give it instead of which turned into a pass, just took his medicine there. And
one. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Have all this. There he goes. Falcons. Ridley with number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant. And then
receivers love slant outs. To get from there quickly. On the move, and when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their
speed sometimes, like this instant, take him into the end zone. Oh, not much time to speak of. Remember, this first half is away. And an pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading him out. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get anytime you get over yards in the NFL.
It's been quite still a challenge in that book, though. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that, get it down. Chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion. charge, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones. The over inside at the 34-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget.
Takes this away. That's an interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and shooting the hand. And here's Kowski. They'll contain him to 4, second down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and 6. It's intercepted at the goal line. Snap. Stop them well inside their own 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now throwing.
This the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own getting certain amounts to charity reception that he threw.
Just one time as it happened with just over 40 seconds to go with first half. Eddie, this one just shot 4 down at the 39. The Falcons going to use this of their time. The clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ryan. Complete. It's Gordon. They have 2 straight first downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone or
better against man, because now you're running away from into a defensive player in another zone.
Leads it to Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 3rd quarter. Down. It's a down 32. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with and okay, so much. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A very one-sided first half. 0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Past the 20 to about the 22. Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard in a big feat.
So you've got to get. We always think of short passes. Jet sweeps where that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
So they'll come up first. And around with after a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read it, the play call, act it up.
This leads to about 39.
But now they're in a spot. Every team tells us when we have a production means they don't want to be in 3rd and long because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
This offense in desperate need. And the get back. McKinnon made his way into the backfield.
It's like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
Now, they got the now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and it's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, after the run play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. That's caught in the middle by Hurd. And brought down before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of breaking down, even with a 3-score lead in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that will be in by Ridley for a touchdown. Calvin Ridley.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now after the 10, there's Rosas on to kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 10. For being crowd. They got to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a. If I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fist fights. They went, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
He should have.
He stopped immediately. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of. And he wants right on the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do, get on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And this is caught by Gronkowski. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating. Try and get some yardage in the short of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll go. He gets the 10 to the 9. That's for 10 and a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Wait, 20.
Up the 1-yard line. And we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. One back in the game. That's Jones. Second. Maybe a measure. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And touchdown. Jones, his 11th touchdown here. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a pass.
The kicker for the PA can have relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he 3 points on his.
An uphill battle for that for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the point conversion, why you have more than one play rep, because you made multiples throughout a ball game. There's an example right there.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Pass to the 20.
This is it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown to go as they start with a 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. 5 yards is the 10. First down, up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line. Did a significant chunk of yardage.
12 yards there and a 1st down. And these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one. Usually the offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good, maybe. We're seeing an excellent because those two are each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now up a 2nd and manageable.
Just foul. Throw here complete sideline. And he'll take it down shy of the 40 to 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
Well, does it?
About that play for him. I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan. That's complete to Gurley. And this is good. 60 yards, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, playing not to lose. It's a great time to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Complete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They get to Gurley. And 20 yards down marker. We're off to the 4th quarter. Week 15 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rose's kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure that game pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
Company man. Around would have been had he gone down to a knee shy at the 24. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. Coaching staff is confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decent. But let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense in this game, but this is the next time chance to win.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You can make these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Yeah.
Not a chance, not with him.
Now, me throw by Brady away, incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Brady's incompletion on first down. Let's do a second again. Throw in. Look for that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. And up a gain of 27.
No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route. All really.
This is he was brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pass plays there. But break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press up there, eat up some, make a little bit of so run down your throat.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A yard from the 6.
Well, they certainly has thrown the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw one stand on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't have been the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult.
Third down there is incomplete. So 4th and goal, you're trailing by a decent amount. What are you doing, Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance?
And this is going to be intercepted. Position, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown in the game before, and now after that one, beginning on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to keep maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Right off the bat, first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Found a line there as he's up to about the 37. On the carry, good pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. 43-yard line. up, and that's a first down.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta brings some opportunity in the backfield.
Good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stay in bounds and keep the clock rolling. Charge of this right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2 inch ones that you can buy. This to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Early. 7-yard line. Down to 2 minutes in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just play the 5 minutes. 10 to the 9. 8-yard time to put up. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out hard, right? This is why you spend all that time off season. This is why you have the in mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
This will be at about the 6. To the end. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly
isn't it? And now you just kind of the air go below.
They were working so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline. And I think this one might be
a couple extra year for bringing it on as the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Strong here at the end. Just
do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and pretty much everyone, I want something well to get out of here, and get it done, and maybe look at it and say better as we go forward.
Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that. You're right. They're actually being really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
He's got it on the crossing. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game. You're handing out multiple. Although I'm saying game balls, but
I like where we're going with it. They won to represent the best player of all of that. And I say multiple so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Atlanta, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to